Hello, here we are with another progression video. Today is April the 21st, 2025. And today you can see we have some rain around. We have some severe thunderstorms to our southwest coming out of Alabama, possibly moving into our area. I don't know if it will or not. We got a marginal risk today, and a 2% tornado risk is in the Great Lakes area near the surface low. Here we have a 5% chance of severe winds and a 5% chance of hail. So damaging winds and small hail is the main thing today. So I don't think that we have had a setup since we haven't been in a setup here in East Tennessee since March the 15th. I don't think we've been in it. This is the first setup we've been into, and it's a low end threat. So it's not, there is no tornado threat whatsoever. And then this front that's coming in is what's the reason for it is we have I think in my last video I talked about the Easter setup, which was turned out to be an enhanced risk with a 10% hatch for strong tornadoes in central and northern Arkansas, southern and central Missouri, and it did not work out as they planned. There was I think it was like 8 tornadoes that touched down officially in Missouri, Arkansas all together, but I don't think we got any severe weather, or they didn't have a lot of tornadoes like they thought. They thought there were going to be multiple tornadoes, but it actually turned out to be not really nothing. It turned out to be mostly damaging winds and a few tornadoes. So I wouldn't say that the 10% hatch tornado didn't really verify per se. I would think it I don't know what. But anyways, the continuance of this line, you can go in there, I don't care. I don't care, go ahead. No, I don't judge. So anyways, we've had to mow the yard a couple of times. So we're within that season now. It's yard mowing season. As you can see, the yard's nice and green. It's not brown like it was. You know, you can see all the freezing weather is done with. And if you really want to see the, actually it kind of feels like we've been in the 80s. We've been in the upper 80s. Yesterday was 86. Well, that was mid 80s. And then today was like 77 when me and CJ I was bringing him home from school. And you can see right here how a lot of this is growing. The rose bushes are reigning supreme. Them are trying to reign supreme, but I kind of mow them down. There's more bulk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see how the grass, it was brown during the early part of some of my videos during the early spring. It's really greened up and I've had to mow it all. It's not hard to see. You can see them storms coming in. But it's not hard to see that, it's all greened up. It's, everything's growing. I even over here, and you can see what I like to call summer flowers. Them white, let's see if I can see them in a better light, or with a better background. These white bulbous flowers right here, I consider them summer flowers because they usually grow during the summer. You see them in late spring, early summer. Snakeberries too. So, and another thing is over here, there's a trampoline full of crud. What's that? You can see over here, blackberry bushes budding out. Usually you start seeing them at the end of spring. You can see a lot of them are budding out. So, according to the old school, that is the last winter before summer. Look at our new toy. Zero Turn. It's so cool. There's that budded out completely. I don't remember what Mom said that was. Some kind of ivy. I don't know what she knows the name of it. You can see full leaf on them on the maple. And then that one over there. Actually, that one, is that a maple tree? That tree there has been here since I was a kid. In fact, we used to play under it when we were kids. Of course, this took some damage. You can see the little holes in it. It's actually from the, what do you call it? From the clothesline. There was an identical tree. Let's see. I'm trying to think. When I was a little kid, I was about 11, 12, something like that. I think right up in here. It might have been, because it was right across. Yeah, it had to be right in here. There was another tree the same exact size. And Mom had her clothesline up when we were kids. And we used to play out under these trees when we was younger. So this tree wasn't even here when I was young. Mom planted this tree, I think, when I first moved down here, like in 07, 08, something like that. She planted that tree there. Planted another one, but it didn't make it. In fact, it was like, see if I don't know if I can find it. It might grow it up really good. I don't see it. Anyways, there was another tree that wasn't too far, but Mom wanted to cut it down because they were leaning like that one. And she didn't like them leaning towards the power lines. Got the bird baths out for the year. There's the banana tree. Little birdie. You know, what's that guy doing? Retarded. There's our banana trees. They're growing back up real good. Looks like something's, I got bit. But it's something. But anyways, there you go, Al. Standing firm. There's Mom's tree. Her lemon or supposed to be a orange tree. Wrinkles, 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 wrinkles. What are you doing? Oh. We'll walk back here and look at her. But anyways, during the setups, we haven't been in a setup, I think, since March the 15th. I'm trying to think. The last one, April the 2nd, there was a big setup. It was a high risk. You see there's rain coming in. There's the backyard. There's our deck. But anyways, you can see all them leafed out real good. Power company cut that off, which that gives me a good way to time lapse if I wanted to. Because I do also time lapse in some. But anyways, there's them white flowers. Honeybees usually hit them up. It might be a spring flower, but I've always I always remember them in the during the summer, like early summer. Does look like that rain's coming on in. But anyways, they I think the last one, April the 2nd, which was a high risk, there was a ridge over us. So everything went over us. And they had like a week long of severe weather in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, up there in Western Kentucky, and places like that. But here, I remember that whole week we kept having pop-ups. And that first day when we had that high risk, it was a little nerve-wracking because our atmosphere, we had a lot of instability, we had a lot of wind shear, we had a lot of ingredients for a pretty good outbreak, but us being in that ridge, we never got it because we was under that ridge of high pressure. Well, I'm trying to think. After that, we finally had that line move through. I'm trying to think. What did we have after that when it finally did move through? I think we had a low end marginal risk as well too. I can't remember now. And then we had a real long stretch of quiet weather. And then they had severe weather, let's see, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. It was started on Friday. They had a slight risk. Actually, it turned into an enhanced risk down in Texas. No. Yes. I don't remember. Anyways, then they had a slight risk from New York all the way down to Texas again. And then on Sunday, they had an enhanced risk. I know they had an enhanced risk one day in Texas. I think it was on Friday. And they had some tornadoes down there also they stretched the enhanced risk. Yes, it was Friday. Saturday. It was Saturday. They had the enhanced risk down in Texas because it stretched up into Oklahoma. Because Ada, Oklahoma got hit with a tornado, and it caused some damage in town. And that's where my sister-in-law lives. CJ's aunt, Christy. She lives in Ada, Oklahoma. And I was messaging her and asking her, what's going on? And she's like, well, there's a lot of lightning, there's a lot of thunder, or a lot of lightning, and a lot of heavy winds. And the power keeps flickering on and off. Go up here and I want to clean this real good. Where's that little scraper at? There it is. I want to at least scrape us down. What was that? having tornado warnings. And then it went to, I think it passed. What time was it whenever all that happened? I think it was right around yeah, it had to be after midnight when all that passed. Hang on. Let me lay this, because I got two. Anyways, I kept having another one. That was on. I think it was on Saturday. They had all that. Because I remember Crystal was off Sunday. And then they, it was, oh my Lord. It's wrinkles. Because like I couldn't help notice that it's getting dark and scary and rainy. But yeah, they had a lot of tornado warnings out there, and it had to be because Crystal went to bed late, and I stayed up because I was talking to Christy, so it had to be Saturday night into Sunday. So they had a lot of severe weather Saturday night. Anyways, and then Sunday they had the Easter kind of sort of outbreak, and it was then today is the continuance of the stretch of severe weather. And see, before Friday there wasn't severe weather for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, and then we've had starting today, or I'm sorry, starting Friday, they had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, we have a marginal rest today of just damaging winds and small hail. And Tuesday, I think they have a risk out in the plains. Wednesday out in the plains, and then beyond that, I don't know of anything, but they're already showing for the 26th, or it might be the 28th, they have, what do you call it? They have a low-end risk, well, a high-end risk, supposedly, but it's too far out. I'm sure the Storm Prediction Center will put like a day 7 or 6 outlook for a slight risk starting soon, because people on X is already starting to identify it as a, you know, a potential setup in the plains. And see, that's what I kind of talk about, is like the Enzo, the oscillating Enzo, which is the El Nino, La Nina, and the what is it called? Neutral. Seems to me like the La Nina causes East Tennessee, the Midwest, and Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi to have severe weather. El Nino causes, what is it? I don't remember. I don't know what each of them cause. It just seems like when we had our La Nina, that Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas was hit hard in West Tennessee. But when we had a neutral last year, Dixie Alley was absolutely quiet. In fact, we were only in maybe, well, Alabama and Mississippi kind of missed out on a lot of outbreaks. They didn't hardly have any with a neutral. But the Plains woke up in May. They had a real active May. We did not. Well, I'm not going to say that. During, I think it was in early April. Might have been the end of April. Or, no, it was actually in May. We didn't have nothing in March. We didn't hardly have nothing in April. But in May, we was in 2 moderates. No, I don't remember. It just seemed like it wasn't really all that active last year. I'm gonna go grab that dog before she decides to run off. Because she'll follow that noise. Okay, she's just smelling around. Because she can't see what's going on around her. She can just hear. Delilah. Delilah. Come on, this way. She's trying to listen for me. Come on. What are you doing? Bring him out there?
Yeah.
I'm doing a progression video.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was playing Fishing Planet. I've so far caught 4 or 5 spotted bass.
45 spotted bass?
No, 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, 45. You're right. Yeah, I was just out here doing a progression video. Well, you can go back in and play it if you want to. Ain't nothing to do. It's fixing to start raining. They got a severe thunderstorm warning in coming right up toward us there. So we'll see what we get into, right?
Mm-hmm. At least they aim for tornadoes.
Ew. That's nasty. Where are you going? Just pop it open, look at it, and then shut it back. Come on, Delilah. Okay, you looked at it, good. I was just joking. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
My rod is messy as always. Because I lost the strike.
We'll have to, what day did we say? Sunday or something?
Yeah.
Because it'll be raining the rest of the week, won't it? Possibly.
Yeah. We could make a video like behind us wherever we're at. Like in between us.
Yeah.
And like when we hook on a fish, since we have enough time, we can just turn it to lure and there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that with your phone. Bring your phone there.
Dude, I can't record 2-hour videos.
Why?
Because I ain't verified yet.
Oh, how long can you?
15 minutes.
Oh, 15-minute increments. Find out whenever you get the best thing where you're catching the fish, and then just, edit the rest of it out.
Oh yeah, like record the whole fishing time, and then like record the moments of where we're gonna hook the fish, reel it in,
Yeah.
check it out. We take the hook out if we can,
Right.
and then we toss it out.
Sounds like a plan.
And then I just have to make clips of that, and then after that, it's gonna be maybe at max 10 minutes if I catch a lot of fish.
Right. Exactly.
I break my record day of 5 fish, I'm equaling up to more likely 10 pounds. Well, more likely actually, I'd say not bad.
So what do you think the rest of the season for severe weather is going to hold?
I mean, I bet it'll hold a little bit of severe weather, but not as. They'll hold severe weather, but not as bad as it would be.
So it's a typical summertime possible setups?
Yeah, maybe typical summertime setups. Max, enhanced, or moderate.
Well, usually during the summertime we don't get moderates there.
Only unless for durations.
And we don't really get into that too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
The last duration that I think.
Oh yeah, tell me this. When was the last time we were any kind of risk?
Oh, like
It doesn't matter, any kind of risk. Wasn't it March the 15th?
Oh, like in a moderate.
In any kind of setup.
Oh, then, yeah, last time.
We had one moderate, one marginal. Right? I mean, it's
Definitely has to be it's late April,
and we're not looking at anything for the rest of the month.
yeah, and there's not much setups.
Well, there's setups, they're just
No,
not here.
I'm just talking about like into May. There haven't been any calls for setups yet.
Not yet. I mean, I've seen them talking about early May, some for the planes and stuff, but not here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
A lot of them will be the places that will get at least enhanced. Actually site after May 6th, I'd say, would be northwestern Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's the farthest it would go east from the first day of it, if it's bad.
I mean, the way it's looking, look like we're already in summertime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's starting to become absolutely hot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like 86 yesterday.
Yeah, it was near in the 90s.
Yeah.
Could have actually peaked up to 90.
You know.
Plus, with the wind, it felt even more hotter. Without
So I mean,
any
it's
wind.
and a lot of the stuff like these little white flowers right here. Do not use. I don't think they come out until around summer. Do you ever see them in the spring? Do you remember?
Really.
I mean, they might be. I mean, I don't know.
Not really.
I guess we'll find. I mean, it'll. I don't know. I just figured I'd make a progression video showing, and of course I've been sitting here talking about, you know, we haven't been in any setup since March the 15th. Us. Here in East Tennessee. I mean, we've been stuck under ridges, you know.
Yeah, since April 17th, we've been under a ridge.
Well, April the 2nd, we was under a ridge.
Yeah, that's why.
Everything was going up and around there.
Yeah. Sad, poor Nashville though.
Nashville, Memphis.
Memphis was one of the hardest hit in April 2nd.
So, I mean,
they literally got hit by the about to produce Covington storm.
but they've gotten hit a lot by severe weather, and so, like you said, Nashville, they haven't really gotten hit a lot. They got stuck in that when that week-long stalled out front was right there.
Yeah, right.
They kind of got stuck in that a little bit, but it really wasn't like super bad.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, it's fixing to end the video because I've been talking for 30 minutes.
We'll see you in the next video.
In the next video.